but we'd like you to hear from our partners, how they have done, how they came in, and how we leverage and synergize our work together. I'd like to call upon Adrian Lam, Director of Deloitte, to share with us.
Hi, good afternoon everybody. And thank you Jeffrey for having us here to share with you how Deloitte is coming in to help with our CSR community encouragement. So I guess what I want to share over the next 10 minutes or so is, as Jeffrey mentioned, in the past, many corporates are already involved in CSR, but it's very ad hoc, right? It's very random. And at Deloitte, we also realized that, and I want to share how we actually transform to become what we term more sustainable. Right? And I'll share with you what are the changes that we made and what sort of impact that we are having on the community, having worked with NGOs and also government organizations. So firstly, Deloitte Cares. Deloitte Cares was actually introduced this year, and it's the umbrella under which we ran our CSR activities. Right now, under the Deloitte Care umbrella, what we're trying to do here is to build on our previous CSR efforts, which have been very random, very ad hoc, and to go out to become more sustainable in how we actually help the community. So with the introduction of Deloitte Cares, we actually branch ourselves into three main pillars, right? Primarily education, environment, and health. And these three pillars are also aligned with the UN SDGs. But the key here is, if I can draw your attention to the diagram in the middle, right? What this diagram is trying to show is how the Deloitte Care concept ultimately, with partnership from everybody, the hope is to lead to a sustainable CSR activity. So with each of these pillars, we are looking at sustainable CSR activities. So what does that actually mean? What does sustainable actually mean? The way we see sustainability is from two perspectives. Firstly, from the internal Deloitte Malaysia perspective, as the CSR provider. Secondly, from the recipient's perspective, right? So from the communities at which we are trying to make an impact. So firstly, from the internal Deloitte perspective, in the past, again, very ad hoc, very random, right? We are out there once a month, or a few times a year, but there was no real strategy. Right? It was, this year we do this, next year we do something else. So we realized that to create a bigger impact, we need to be sustainable, i.e. we need to be regular and we need to be consistent and strategic in how we deploy our activities. And I'll share with you a little bit on what we are doing differently with this launch. Secondly, and I think personally the more important part of it is from the recipient, right? So the communities that we are trying to make an impact on. What does sustainability here mean to them? What we're trying to achieve here is that we don't want to be in a situation where we go down to the ground, spend a day undertaking CSR activities, and the benefit ends at the end of the day. Right? We don't want it to end 1 week after, 2 weeks after. We want it to be sustainable in that we want to help the communities so that they can make better lives for themselves. Right? So this reminds me of an English saying, right? There's this English saying which says that if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach him to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. So sustainability from the recipient's perspective is where at Deloitte Malaysia we're hoping and trying to teach the recipients how to fish so that they can make a better living for themselves in the future. And ultimately the hope here is that to build a brighter future for the community around us. Okay, so if I can then just move on to our three pillars here, mainly education, environment, and health. So very quickly, right, under the education pillar, one of the key initiatives that we've been working very closely with the NGOs on is what is known as this Kids Annual program. So Kids Annual is a program where our volunteers go in and they teach children from the B40 community, so the low-income community, English, maths, and science. Right? I'll share a little bit more details with you later on because I have a couple of slides on that. But some of the other educational initiatives that we have is Deloitte Scholarship. Deloitte Scholarship is given to deserving individuals. Now, deserving is seen from two factors. Number one, because we need to be financially requiring the scholarship. But not only that, we are not just targeting the top students. We're not just targeting the cream of the crop. right? Because these are students that probably can already get a scholarship from other NGOs or other institutions. We are also targeting those which are, the results are good, but maybe not the best, right? And they have potential, but yet are not able to get scholarships from other areas. On top of that, we also do Money and Me, which is a financial literacy program where we teach the youth about the importance of saving for the future and investing, and also our involvement in the age rat race. From an environmental perspective, Impact Day, as Jeffrey mentioned, that is one day in a year where all Deloitte Malaysia officers will basically go out to the community and perform some CSR activities. And from a health perspective, we are hoping to create a healthy community through sports-focused programs. So some of the programs we have in the pipeline, or which were just recently launched, for example, the Sports in Me program, which involves the community in sports activities, as well as sponsoring Passion runs, and also blood donation drives and campaigns. So I just have some photos here of what we're doing. This is basically the Kids Edu program. This is the Sports in Me initiative, the scholarship, and the Impact Day. These are some of the Impact Day activities that we did in Penang. We actually visited 2 locations, the Sri Cahaya Old Folks Home and Orphanage, where we donated some cash as well as food items. We helped clean up a storeroom to reorganize and repaint the place where they were keeping their food and cooking utensils, and also spent some the afternoon playing with the orphans there. The second group of us actually went to the lighthouse where we helped with some baking of chicken pie, which was sold where the proceeds were actually donated, and also cooking and feeding the homeless and thirsty. So I've been talking a bit about this Kids Edu program, so let me just elaborate a little bit on it. So this Kids Edu program is part of the education pillar, and it is actually in line with Deloitte Global's vision of touching 15 million lives by 2030. So that's the world-class ambition that Deloitte globally has, and at Deloitte Malaysia, we believe that the Kids Edu program is one of the initiatives that can help achieve this world-class ambition. So what is the Deloitte Kids Edu program? So basically, under this program, Deloitte employees will volunteer their time to reach out to the low-income children in the public housing projects and help tutor them and teach them in the subjects of English, Maths, and Science. So in KL, what our team does is that for 2 days in a week, they will go to Desa Mentari and help with this tutoring. So the target group here are basically our primary school children. So for example, on day 1, they will go in from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. teach the standard 1 to standard 3 kids English, 9 to 10, the standard 4 to standard 6 kids. Then on the next day, they will again go into that same community, same setup, 8 to 9 lower primary, 9 to 10 upper primary. But day 2 will be, for example, science and maths. So the goal is that by the middle of 2020, we want to have 8 centers in the Klang Valley, where we have this Kids Edu program, and also 2 centers each in Penang and Johor, and hopefully to also involve up to 500 Deloitte volunteers. We have also launched this Kids Edu program here in Penang, where on a weekly basis we have about 4 or 5 Deloitte employees volunteering their Fridays. So usually it's from about 3:30 to about 5 p.m. So they also go to one of the orphanage and they teach the kids English and Maths. So they teach them for about 45 minutes to an hour, spend another half an hour playing with them, doing arts and crafts, and just interacting and spending some time. Okay, so just a status of how we're doing in terms of Kids Edu. So in KL, it was launched in the middle of June. And initially we encountered a lot of resistance. I think as Jeffrey mentioned, some of these communities are quite apprehensive. Trust among them is quite hard to build. So this is where NGOs comes in and bridge that gap between the business and the community. So it has been, in my view, very successful at Desa Mentari. Up to the first week of October, we have already 31 classes, right? So from middle of June up until October, we have held 31 classes. It involves about 15 Deloitte employees per week, so about 7 to 8 per day. And these volunteers go in on a 2-week rotation. We have about 50 kids in each day, right? So about 25 from the lower primary and then 25 from the upper primary. And up till about October, we have had about 60 plus kids who have already participated and joined us in this kids annual program. So they are aged 7 to 12, right? So they are in the lower primaries, in the primary school. And we have involved about 55 volunteers with more than 900 volunteer hours. So this is KL, and as I shared in Penang, we do it on a weekly basis as well, with about 4 to 5 volunteers per week being involved. So again, tying it back to the theme of this session, we don't want to be working in isolation. We want to be doing something that is seen to be sustainable. And so the hope is that by teaching these children English, maths, and science, they then build the skills that will enable them to move on to better and a brighter future for themselves and for their family. So cooperation between ourselves, the NGOs, as well as the PPRs, that's key in having a successful Kids Edu launching. So as I said, the goal is that by 2020, we want to have 8 centers around the Klang Valley. We have 1 at the moment, and also to have 4 centers in Penang and Johor. So I'm reaching the end of my session, and I just wanted to share some of the photos that we have from our Kids Edu program as well. So this is at Desa Mentari. And this is at the Lighthouse in Penang. So with that, thank you very much for your attention.